Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Karen Palka, and I'll be speaking with Sarah Jones. Today's show is sponsored by Lake Huron Medical Center. Welcome, Sarah, to Spotlight.
Thank you for having me.
We're glad to have you here and talk about food, talk about Mid-City Nutrition Program. So tell us a little bit about what is Mid-City Nutrition.
Yeah, so we are a soup kitchen, and we provide 2 prepared meals a day to anyone who needs one. We serve lunch and dinner Monday through Friday. Saturdays we just serve lunch, and Sundays we just serve dinner.
Okay. All right, so Mid-City Nutrition's been around for a few decades, right?
Yeah, 36 years.
36 years.
Yes, and we have been in the basement of St. Martin Lutheran Church for that whole time. But we are in the process of opening a dedicated facility just a couple of blocks away that we are hoping will be open late summer this year.
I was wondering when that was coming by, because as I drive past that, I see the progress, you know, when the windows went in, and now the facade of the outside. What is that facade?
That is a giant soup can.
I was wondering.
Yeah, if you go by the building, there is no question of what happens in there, soup. I knew that a big can was coming. It was donated by one of our partners in construction, and I couldn't believe when I drove by the day they were installing it. I knew a big can was coming, but wow, it's really impressive.
It's really impressive, and it really says what you do and for the community, which is so needed. But you are fairly new to the community as well as the executive director, and tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah. My husband and I moved out here about 2 years ago. We bought a farm in Kanoki, so we're learning all about farming. This will be our 2nd year trying to do some actual farming.
Okay.
And so I looked around for jobs out here, something within my skill set. I'm a library administrator in the past.
Yes.
And I found this job at Mid-City Nutrition, and it was just a perfect fit for me.
Oh, that's so great. So since you have a farm, do you have animals that you help provide any food for the
Yeah,
city?
we actually have about 9 chickens now. We didn't mean to have that many, but it just happens. And it turns out 9 eggs a day is way more than 2 people can reasonably eat.
For sure.
So we, like a lot of farmers around here, when we have excess, we bring them to the soup kitchen and give them out to clients. So our clients get farm fresh eggs a lot from me and from a lot of other people too.
Oh, that is really wonderful. So do you need people to donate, obviously money, because no money, no ministry or mission, but what about food? How can we help?
Yes, we do take food donations, and I actually just recently published an updated wish list on our Facebook page. That's the best place to get, up-to-date news.
Okay.
So because there are certain things we always need. Most of the food we use is donated to us by corporate partners, Kroger, Target, Aldi.
Okay.
But we always need the things to kind of take what we get from them and bring it together as a meal. So
Right.
things like black pepper, olive oil, big cans of vegetables for when we're, in a hurry and we don't have time to make something fresh. Mostly we use fresh produce when we have it, but we have been so busy over the last year. We're doing about twice as many meals as we were in the past.
Oh, my.
We have been very busy since the end to the federal boost to SNAP benefits that ended about a year ago, and our numbers just started climbing and have really stayed there.
Okay.
The price of food right now and the price of everything has made a lot more people turn to us than ever before. We actually just passed the mark. We're 6 months into our fiscal year. We have served 51,000 meals already.
Oh my goodness.
And for a little perspective, the last year before COVID, our 18-19 fiscal year, we served 53,000 meals the whole year.
Wow.
So things have really changed. There's a lot of people in need. So we definitely take any kind of help.
Any kind of help. So also labor, people to help prepare.
Yes.
So how do they sign up for this? How do they get a hold of you?
Yep, there's an application on our website. So
Okay.
fill that out and we'll get back to you to schedule an orientation.
Okay.
The orientation is pretty quick, pretty easy. We just teach you a little bit about food safety, the importance of, changing your gloves, wearing a hairnet, all of that stuff. Because at the heart of it, we're just a restaurant. We're a big commercial kitchen. So
Okay.
all of the work we do is food prep and cleaning pretty
Right,
much. So
for sure.
we just, we need people who kind of know what they're doing in the kitchen a little bit, but we
Right.
can also teach you.
Okay, and what is your website so that they can go to?
Yeah, it's midcitynutrition.org.
Okay, and then in the spring, you have a really great fundraiser.
It's actually in the fall. We
Oh, it's
have
in the
our,
fall.
our Empty Bowls
Okay.
fundraiser.
Yes.
That's our big fundraiser for the year, though we do have a few other things coming up we're excited about.
Okay.
But we did just set the date for Empty Bowls, so
Okay,
you can
so
mark your
save the date,
calendars.
yes.
Yeah, September 12th at Colonial Woods.
Okay.
So we're hoping it's going to be our biggest year yet.
Wonderful.
Last year was my first Empty Bowls, and it is just a really
great
fun
event.
Yes.
It is a great event.
Everyone gets a beautiful artisan bowl to keep. So there are people out making those bowls right now for us, wood turners and potters. I couldn't believe how beautiful they all were
They
last
really
year.
are.
I don't know how anybody chose from the selection.
I've always had a hard time
Yeah.
choosing which one. So this is really wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for what you do. And we're looking forward to having Mid-City's dedicated space opening soon.
Yes, we are too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us on Spotlight.